Hello guys, you might have heard that it's very difficult to rent the apartment in Paris, especially when you're a foreigner. Not only you have to prove that you have enough money to afford renting the apartment, but you also have to present something called a dossier in French. It's a list of documents providing the information where do you work, how much salary you have, and to prove that you have money to rent the apartment, that you can afford it. I'm going to be telling you more about this dossier later in this video. And it's true that there is, because of this very high demand, it's the landlord who chooses who to lend the apartment. So you might put a lot of effort in active searching of the apartment in Paris when at the end you find your perfect home. So this will be a series of videos where I'm gonna share some advice, practical tips based on my own experience, things which worked for me in searching for and finding the apartment in Paris, some nuances and things to know. And at the end of this video, I'll show you my first apartment in Paris, so stay tuned. Let's go. Well, I do believe that it's not a good idea to rent your permanent home, your permanent apartment, permanent I mean for at least 1 year, online. Even though the landlord might provide you a virtual tour of the apartment, there are so many things to pay attention to that I haven't actually paid attention to when I was even visiting the apartment. So I do recommend you to find something, to rent something temporarily for 1 month or 2 months, and then search for your permanent stay in Paris. And the permanent stay in Paris is very important, the permanent address, your home. I think it was necessary for me in several cases when I had to open the bank account in France, validate my visa, and for many other processes, for work as well. To receive the mail. So it's important to have the permanent address. It's cheaper to rent the apartment in long term anyway. But the solution that I propose for the first time is to have a temporary apartment. You can, what I did and suggest you to do, rent the apartment on Airbnb for 1 month, probably more, probably extend your stay a little bit if you won't find anything. But for me, 2 weeks of active searching brought the results, and I found the apartment which satisfied my needs, and the price was quite okay by that time. And if you open an Airbnb website, location Paris, you might be overwhelmed by the prices. It's very expensive. Yes, apartments in Paris are expensive, even though when you rent on long-term basis for at least 1 year, or even you have 3 years contract, which is possible. I'm going to be talking about this later in this video. Yes, so it is very expensive. To get your idea, a small studio from 13 square meters, like 16 square meters to 22, 25 square meters would cost you from 700 euros to 1,200, depending on the district, depending on the equipment, how good the apartment is, the design and everything, is it new or not. But I think many people, they live in colocation, coloc. It's when you rent the apartment with somebody else and share the bill. And of course, if you compare studios with the apartments, it's more favorable to rent a big apartment and have many rooms and share it with many people. So you might have even better conditions in that and pay even less than for a small studio. But the inconvenience is that you have to share with somebody else. If you don't, these people, it might be a big issue, right? So it's up to you to choose. There is a website called Carte de Coloc. I will put the link down below this video. Don't hesitate to check it out. This type of rent you can find in Facebook groups of the university you're applying for, or I don't know, foreigners, expats in Paris. I think there must be many many announcements there. So back to Airbnb issues. Yeah, the prices are incredible there, but there are 2 tips that I'm going to share with you. First of all, if you rent the apartment on a monthly basis, so for example, if you add the filters rent in 1 month at least, like 30 days, so the price, you'll have the reduction of price probably up to 50%. So sometimes it's even cheaper to rent for 30 days than for 20 days, for example. So don't forget to always put this filter. And the second tip is that try to search not within the Paris, but in the Île-de-France region. It's called banlieue, suburbs. I know that when you come to Paris, you would like to live in the center of the city, in the heart of Paris, with everything going on, enjoying the beautiful architecture. But sometimes living a little bit in this in the suburb area, it's cheaper, it's more calm, so then you won't have any problems in sleep. It might be beautiful depending on the suburb, of course. And in terms of transportation, if you live, for example, at the, like, not in the center, at the end of your arrondissement, at the end of the district, let's say up to the north, right? It's sometimes easier and faster to, if you have the metro good line which is nearby, or RER, it would be easier to go to the center of Paris sometimes, not in all cases. The same for the, like, south. So also just try to check the transportation accessibility that you have in the apartment. Sometimes in the suburbs it's better, but the main point is that it's cheaper than renting the apartment in Paris. The apartment that I'm going to show you, the apartment that I rent on Airbnb, is actually located in the suburbs of Paris. It's the small town called Malakoff. It's kind of beautiful, very cozy. I had the metro line 13 nearby and a lot of buses. I really have I had lots of shops, grocery stores, bakeries, everything I needed there. So I really enjoyed spending time there. And it was a 2-bedroom apartment, around from 40 to 50 square meters. And I paid around 900 euros, including, which is really important, electricity and the internet. Are you ready to see it? Let's go. So the room tour starts. Yeah, well, I think we should go first in the living room. So here are some. I don't really like them because it's just the shelves of dust. Because it's I think never buy black furniture, because dust is always presented on them and very visible there. The same was actually with the dark furniture in my parents' house. So, and yeah, you might think that the chair is so cool, it's very big, but it's very old. So I didn't even sit on there. Then, I don't know, useless table. The couch, the big couch. Table, so it was my working zone, kinda. But the thing that I really liked about this apartment is that the windows are very high and actually the ceiling is very high. That was the advantage, a real advantage. So then the kitchen and dining room. This is a very big fridge comparing to those Parisian apartments. And most of the time it's just the fridge is this size with a very, very small section of the... Then the good thing is that it has the induction cooker. Really cool thing, and very big. Most of the time it's like small, half of that size. And sort of a microwave plus cooker, but I prefer actually, or microwave plus the oven. But it really worked well as a microwave, but as an oven, not really. But still, I
successfully baked the croissants there. And there is a dishwasher, which was really cool. Not the case for Parisian apartments. Yeah, then again, the view on the rooftop, table. So here we go, toilet and bathroom. So this is a small toilet. I really like this picture. Where you sit and do your things here, and then you look at that. Okay, and the bathroom with the washing machine, bathtub. Oh, quite nice. And the bedroom. So also I think a lot of unnecessary stuff like this shelves, and the bed made this sound, you know, so it was not so comfortable to sleep actually. And yeah, working zone, but I prefer to work in the living room. I don't know why. That's it.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you know people who might find this video useful, please share it with them. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet, and see you in my other videos. Bisous bisous.